We're about 3/4 of the way through our Tassie trip. We've been on the road nearly about 20 days now. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to do a bit of a video, just a walkthrough of our camp setup and everything we got going on at camp, since we got the whole setup here at the moment. We found this nice little bush spot, as we always do. We sort of took a track out the back of a town, out into the bush, until we found a nice little clearing out here and made it our home for the night. We got the full setup here because it did have a little bit of rain last night, so we put the whole awning and side awning setup and everything. So starting with our beds and swags. So I got the Ironman awning. I think it's 2.5 by 3 meters or 2.5 by 2 meters. I did have the King's awning before, which is a lot cheaper. But if you like, the King's awnings are fine, but if you are willing to spend a bit more money, you definitely do get better quality with a better awning like the Ironman one. Like, just everything's better. Like the Velcro's better, the poles are stronger. Even like the little details, like the string, at night it lights up so you don't trip over it as easily. It's got little like points in the bottom that go into the ground. Now this one actually comes with an LED strip inbuilt, which makes it a whole lot easier because you don't have to set up your LED strip every night. So all you do is unscrew that and then pack it away like that, and that's all you do to set it up. And then this is the first time I've actually set up, called the Ironman Extra, which is the sidewall for the awning. But it's the first time I set it up. We made a bit of a scene of it last night because we've never set it up before, so we didn't really know what we're doing. But once you know what to do, it's pretty easy. So it basically feeds through the side channel of the awning there. Now, I'm not sure if it only fits the Ironman awning. I don't know if it would fit other brands because it has a special slot it feeds through there. But that way it's kind of sealed the whole way around, whereas with other sidewalls you get water come down the top and side bit of them. So it feeds through there, clips onto your poles, and then you just stretch it out and peg it out, and it gives you like a whole little room under there that's fully protected. So I really like that. So for bedding swags, I've always gone with swags camping. I find it much quicker and easier to set up than a tent. And the good thing about a swag is you can keep all your bedding in there, roll it up with all your bedding, then roll it out and all your bedding's in there.
Are they all your toys, Tyler?
Yeah, these are all my toys. Yep, keep them all with me. Got the whole lot in there every night. Embarrassing. I was meant to put them away. Forgot about that. So this is the crash pad double swag, and then in it we just have like a bottom sheet, a top sheet, and then the crash pad sleeping system, which is like a big double sleeping bag thing, which is awesome. I love that. But what we've been doing this trip is we've been rolling everything up in them because we don't have much room in the car. So just roll our pillows, we roll all my toys up in them, and we roll the sleeping bag up in them too. And then it's all on the roof out of the way. Now the other one, Kai's got my old ARB single because Dad had the crash pad single which he took home with him. So this is the ARB single. Same thing in there, it's got a ground sheet, pillow, and it's only got half of the crash pad sleeping system in it. It's only got one of the sleeping bags in it because there's only one person, you only need the one in there. In relation to ARB crash pad swags, like, they're both good. I'd probably like the design of the crash pad a bit better. There's a lot more room in it, more ventilation. It's quicker and easier to set up. I would say the mattress in the ARB is slightly more comfy. But yeah, you kind of need to combine the best of both to get the ultimate swag. But either one you'd probably be happy with. I think maybe the ARB is a little bit more weatherproof as well. Seems to handle rain and that a bit better. Now, fire pit. I've been using this fire pit the whole trip, and I love using a fire pit. Never really used to use one, but I love it now because it makes it so much easier to cook on. Did I say what one it is?
No.
This is the Snow Peak one from Drifter. Now, they are pretty expensive, but if you're willing to spend the money, you're not going to be disappointed. They are an unreal fire pit. They pack up into a flat pack in a bag, and then you got your different components you put on, so you can just have it as a fire like that. And then if you want to cook, you put that bit, it's pretty hot now. And then when you want to cook on it, you got this, which has the different levels on it. Just slots in like that. And then you got the cooktop on top, so you can cook, like, it's easy to cook toast on there or sit frying pans or various things on there. But the good thing is you can literally pick your fire up and move it if you want to, and keeps it nice and small up off the ground, good for cooking on. So that's the little bag there the fire pit flat packs into. A little Jaff line thing which I always carry with me. You can just have quick toasted sandwiches for dinner should you need it. There's our little camp table that I don't always use it, but it is handy when you need to use it. Just a little fold up camp table. And then we've got 3 different chairs there. I don't know, what do we got? A Spinifex one, an Austrail one, and a Wanderer one. We got all the brands there. For washing up, like, I don't know, just little handy things you get over time. When you first go camping, like you need to go camping quite a few trips and then you learn what you need over time. When you first go camping, you're gonna forget things and realize you need bits and pieces, but when you've camped hundreds of times, you slowly gather everything you do and don't need. So, you know, just for washing up, just like a little handy fold-up container like that, you know, makes life easier. In relation to water, I just keep jerry cans, so I got a 10, a 10, and a 20, 40 litres of water. I keep wood in the back, which I slot in various places. And then the camp chairs go in the middle there as well. So once they're in the middle and there's boxes in, nothing's tied down, but nothing can move. Got the alley box there, which is the aluminium camp box. I actually love this thing, they're unreal. They keep the water and dust out so well. And then I just keep all my cooking and like cooking utensils. I keep like some gas canisters in there, cutlery, all that different things. Little billy. It's actually good to get the billy with the pouring lid, because when you cook pasta in it, you can then tip the water out and drain it. There's a little like gas cooker we use to cook meals on as well. I got that from Anaconda like 4 years ago for 20 bucks and it's always worked. Okay, let's got a wine there. I got 2 blue boxes in the back. This one's all like tools, recovery and that. So I got a bag here which has like a cordless grinder, some batteries in there, some discs. It's got the Noco GB70 it is, which is a portable jump starter, so I can jump start my car since I'm on my own a lot of the time. And it's also got USB charging points on it. I got air compressor. Keep these little like fire starters to help light the fire when it is wet. Got a full drifter recovery bag in there with all your soft shackles and ropes and extension straps and everything. And I've also got an axe in there. I've got the Silky Boy hand saw. Tree trunk protector. I got a little toolkit in there as well with a heap of tools in it. So then in this one's mostly like clothes and different things. Now I've got these for this trip, which has made my life a whole lot easier. These crash pad satchels. So I got like all kinds of clothes in that one. I got like underwear and socks of mine in this one, and then like shirts and shorts in that one. So it just makes it a whole lot easier for keeping it organized. Now it's got other bigger bits of jumpers and clothes and various things in there. You know, towels, raincoats. This is where I keep like more, I just kind of stack wood around all the various spots around the side. Roof rack, obviously keep the awning on the side of it there. I got the tread recovery tracks. Crash pad chainsaw bag. I really like that as well, a lot better than the hard case because it secures down a lot easier and doesn't take up as much room. And I put the double swag over here and the single swag on top of the recovery tracks. 50 litre Waco fridge, which is, as I've repeatedly said many times, has lived in the back of my ute for, I don't know, 3.5, 4 years now. Various on and off stages, but spent a lot of time in there thrashing around through all weathers. Still works perfectly, not a problem with it. It is starting to get a bit beat up with the cover, which is why I put a hockey strap over it so the cover doesn't blow away when we're driving.
It's an ocky strap, not a hockey strap.
Ocky strap. I thought it doesn't have a H.
It's an ocky strap.
The only time it stopped working was when I put it underwater in a creek and it stopped working for 24 hours and then it dried out and started working again. So as I said, nothing's really like bolted down in the back, but once it all goes in there, it literally can't move. And then I just put a cargo net over the top. And then the fridge is tied down with a bike chain. Once you close this up, so I've got a lock on this one, on this blue box, and then once you close this up and lock this, it's pretty much like impossible for things to come out because they need to be slid out. And once this is locked up, like you can't physically like lift these boxes out. Then in this side of the back seat, I got 2 food plastic boxes. This one's all like the quick easy snack access, then all the bigger things down there. I got a Adventure King's big ground sheet there to put like the swag and that on if we're camping on sand or you know, muddy stuff, and it keeps things a bit clean. MSA seat organizer in the back there for a heap of gear in it. Various easy access things. You know, little handy bits and pieces, like I got an Oricom 5-watt UHF radio there for if you need. Sometimes, like if I go for a walk or something, or Kai has to like walk off somewhere, he can kind of take this with him, and then I can use it with the plug-in one in the car, which I can turn on any time, so you can talk to each other. You know, it's got like sunscreen in there, tire deflators. I got all different batteries, head torches. Keep a few head torches. Also, I got quite a few of these now, the Drifter clear top bags, and this one's got like all our fruit and stuff in it, fresh fruit. In the back seat, I keep the camp table there. And then this is also a Safari Global 300 watt solar blanket, which if we're at camp for a couple of nights, I can lay this out. So this is kind of just like a flat pack. It's really thin, it's good. And then it folds out and it plugs in. So behind the back seat, I've got the controller and plug for it. So I can just like extend the cable out and lay it out anywhere around the car, plug it in, it's good to go. So it's nice and quick and easy. Now for dual battery system, behind the back seat, you can't actually see it. It's jammed in the in these D23 Navaros. Behind the back seat, you can fit the Kick-Ass 120 amp slimline battery, which has the 25 amp DC-DC charger behind it, as well as that controller for the solar blanket. And then that runs through to the 1200 watt Kick-Ass inverter we have under the seat. Run Kayla's hair straightener. That's the main reason we got a big one. So so her hair straightener is, I think it's a 300 watt hair straightener, but when they initially heat up, they triple in charge. So when this thing heats up, it uses about 700 or 800 watts. That's why you need a bigger inverter for it. Then once it calms down, it flattens out to about 250ish. But the inverter has 2 USB and 2 power points in it. So normally I've got my laptop charger plugged in and my drone battery charger as well to keep them charged. So for the inverter and dual battery system, this is like a little digital control, so you can turn the dual battery system on and off there and check like charge going out, how much charge your batteries have and things like that. And then the dual battery system also is obviously the fridge is constantly running, and then I have 2 12-volt outlets here and 2 USB outlets for charging things at camp. So I got the camp light plugged into one of them. Kayla's charging her phone at the moment. I charge various camera bits and pieces there. Dual battery system charges when we are driving through the DC-DC charger, and then if we're set up for a while, I can get that solar blanket out to keep the power going. In the side pocket, I keep maps. So we're at Tassie. There are 4 drive tracks in Tassie book, plus a HEMA big map of Tassie as well. And then I've also got the off-road VMS. And then this also got like Google Maps on the screen there too. And another thing I've been using for this trip, which Tim lent me the codes for, so thank you Tim, is this Gaia GPS map, which he's marked a heap of tracks and spots on it there too. And it has a lot of detail of all different tracks and that. You can kind of zoom around, look at various things. That's kind of what I've been using for mapping this trip. I got more of these like little drifter bags in the car. This one's got like quick easy camera access gear in it that I just keep on my feet. It's got like my drone and a few chargers in there. And I got another one here which has Kai's snacks in it, so it's always next to him because kids eat a lot of snacks, never ends. And I've also got my big camera bag there as well, which has more camera gear in it. At Kai's feet in the back, I got another one of these drifter bags which has all these toys and books and activities and everything in them. And actually this is pretty cool. It's another crash pad bag. It's got like a PVC lining. It's just like my new dirty clothes bag, and we just chuck that in the back and keeps our gear there. Kayla brought this bag with her, which is a drifter one again. I got heaps of drifter and crash pad various bags. There's like a canvas, so I've been keeping that in the back. Look, in pouring rain it's going to get water in through it, but a bit of drizzle on that, it stays dry, so we've just been kind of keeping that in the back as well because the car's so full. I think that's a quick easy run through of our camp setup and basic overview. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Obviously, you know, all the car mods and that's all different story, but yeah, it's working really well. I'm happy with it. This like whole awning setup works really well in the rain. It's obviously a bit of extra effort to set it up, but yeah, cool. Good video. You want to say about camp?
Like what?
All the fans want to see you in action. What's your favourite thing?
The hair straightener.
You know what we should do now?
What?
Film a camp pack up from like this complete mess and see how long it takes to pack up. Well, what? We have to pack it up anyway. Doesn't matter whether the camera's filming or not.
I'll film and you pack up.
Okay. Here we go. I'll start the timer and see how long it takes to pack this mess up we got here. There we are, all packed up. 27 minutes. You know, that was kind of without rushing, just both cruising along. 27 minutes, definitely a bit of time, but as you saw, we had everything out. It was a complete mess. Normally I could just have the awning and swag and not have as much gear out, you know, and get it done in less than half that time. Yeah, there it all is up. We got 2 swags back on the roof, awning all packed up. We got our bags in the back. We got 2 blue boxes. Actually, people always ask me, I don't know where those blue boxes came from, because they were Dad's from like 20 years ago, and he doesn't know where they came from. That's the alley box. Fridge, we got water, we got chairs in the middle, crash pad bag, drifter bag, fire pit. We got like wood in various spots in the middle there. And then in the car, we have Kayla. And then in the back, we have Malachi. And then we got food boxes there. We got his snack bag and his book next to him, his headphones. Got some towels up there. Now that's the good thing about rolling all that bedding up in the swags, because normally that all gets jammed in there everywhere. We got a table there, a solid blanket behind it. Now with the double swag, I can roll that up on my own with just the sheets and the sleeping bag in it, but I can't with the pillows, it's too much. So when Kayla's here, we can also roll the pillows up in it too. Single swag, I can roll pillows and doonas and everything up in it on my own. Time to continue our Tassie trip. And there it is, back to a patch of dirt out in the middle of the bush. I feel like I need to like hold something in my hands, because otherwise I got nothing to do with my hands. What can I hold in my hands?
A beer.
Dad, where's my book?
Mental prep.
We're about 16. No. That looks silly saying like that.
No, babe. You
Have
look
you
good.
got my face in it too?
Nah.
Just down here.
Nah, just from chin down.
Okay, God.
You didn't say you wanted your face in it.
Alright, you ready? Is it recording?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I think I have the pipe loose.
Anyways.
Cut that bit out.
Cut that bit out. Burning my hands.